It's now my pleasure to introduce our Dean of the College of Ag and Environmental Sciences at NC-A&T State University, Dr. Ahmedna. He became the Dean of the college in the fall of 2018. He's the founding director of A&T's Center for Excellence in Post-Harvest Technology at North Carolina Research Campus in Kannapolis. He's also a full professor of food science and nutrition in the Agriculture College's Department of Family and Consumer Sciences. We're very proud of our partnerships with NC-A&T State University that invest in the future of agriculture, such as EIFEL, Collegiate YF&R, and the Small Farms Week. And I personally have enjoyed getting to know Dr. Ahmedna and working with him and look forward to our time together. Dean?
Good morning, and greeting from North Carolina A&T State University. Thank you for the opportunity to be here with you today. And it's actually nice to see people in 3D instead of pixels on a screen. So this is a special treat for me. So we certainly appreciate the Bureau's support and then count on your support as we go forward. I was asked to provide a brief update on the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences at North Carolina A&T. And as Dean Linton mentioned, we are lucky in North Carolina to have two very outstanding land-grant universities working hand in hand, not separately like other states, to serve our communities across the state of North Carolina. Do we have a clicker or somebody will move? So in the next few slides, I just thought to give you a little bit of update about the college and some nuggets for some of you who may not be very familiar with the college. North Carolina A&T is #1 HBCU in the nation and has consistently ranked that way through all the metrics that are. And the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is a major contributor to that. We are the largest College of Agriculture among HBCU in the country, with about 1,100 students every year. And we are also contributing to research, education, and extension. Our programs are outstanding. We have 13 academic programs that are training students from across North Carolina. Those 1,100 are coming from all the counties across the state. And our alumni are like taken by employers just like that, because we have a placement rate of about 90%, and many of our students go into top graduate schools. Just this year, 18 of our students went to top vet schools in the nation, and then many of our students are staffing companies and operations across North Carolina. And somebody mentioned our famous alumnus, Mike Regan, who is now the head of the EPA. So we are very proud of our program. The second is our research. Our researchers are able to bring in $27.5 million each year to work on specific issues that are of importance to our ag sector, and an issue that sometimes are overlooked, especially that are of importance to small family farms. And then many of those research topics find their way to a larger farms too, because they could be used for diversification and so on. And our extension is all across North Carolina. Of course, we are jointly working with our sister institution, NC State, to serve all North Carolinians in the ag sector. But we have a special emphasis on small and limited resource farming operation, not exclusively, but a major focus of ours. So our extension provides about 500,000 contacts with those small farmers. And at any single time, we are serving over 2,100 small farmers across the state. And then that sometimes makes the difference in them staying afloat with that kind of help. So before I get into a few pointers about what happened before, I just want to tell you that the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is doing very well. We had a successful academic year despite the pandemic. It was a hybrid format where half of our students were on campus, half of campus without any problem whatsoever. And we had our commencement in person last May. And we are now preparing to come back to school fully in person starting next month. So that's a good sign. And hopefully nothing will change those plans because we really missed having that density of students on campus and then also the visit of you and our stakeholders from across the state. So just a couple of pointers that I want to share with you here. We were successful this year in introducing our interdisciplinary PhD in agriculture and environmental sciences. And that will give us really the depth of research and innovation to be able to go on and investigate specific topics of importance to you and then find durable solution for those. The second is that we were able to reach, I think it's 24 now, memoranda of understanding with community colleges across the state. And that's a great thing for our community colleges because those students can go on and seamlessly finish their four-year college at North Carolina A&T without having any problem whatsoever. And then we also have, our faculty started providing ag courses for the middle school and high school through the North Carolina virtual school. And those are very important in exposing those young minds early on to the prospect of a career in agriculture. So that's what we want to make sure that we are contributing to that aspect. As I mentioned earlier, our research has increased significantly this year by 17%. So our faculty have been very active. They netted about 8 million over a previous year. And then we also have, we continue to provide various services to our communities despite the pandemic. So our extension moved into something called Extension Extended, where they moved a lot of their programs into social media, videos, and then webinars to help our communities during this pandemic. And now we are slowly returning to normal operations where we can come and visit you and see you all. And in addition to that, we have also kept trying to find more resources to bring more younger people into the ag sector. We received funding from the USDA for a Center for Student Success and Workforce Development, and that is designed, $2.7 million cumulative, designed to recruit, retain, and graduate the next generation of food, agriculture, and environmental scientists here in North Carolina. We also introduced a Center for Small Farms Resource and Innovation Center that is designed to provide a one-stop shop for small farmers so that we can help them as they troubleshoot the issues that they are facing. So we remain very engaged, and our impact is felt in many ways. So in addition to that, we are also working now to expand our resource capability, and then we are creating what we call our arm into the community. So we are creating a new farm complex on our farm in Greensboro, and those of you who haven't visited, extended invitation. It's a beautiful farm that is worthy of your visit. So we are building a complex there that includes a pavilion that's already occupied. We're going to do the dedication on September 21st because we want it to be in person. And it's operational right now. It has labs, meeting space, conferencing, and then in addition to that, the second piece is the community farms, which is an area that has now operationally a lot of community farms from churches, from communities in Greensboro and surrounding, to help the communities who live in food desert learn about farming and have their urban farm around. And so that one is operational and then will be dedicated, I said, in September. And the third piece is what we call the urban food complex. And that will serve as a business incubator for small agribusiness individuals. And it would include a lot of labs, processing labs, a dairy creamery, as well as a food safety simulation lab and a consumer research facility for focus group and so on. And those are going to be on the farm and then available for training of our stakeholders, our extension agents, everybody who's working with us. And don't have to bother with parking on campus or anything. Come to a beautiful farm and then have the operation and seamless movement from field demonstration into training spaces and labs. This is just a picture of the pavilion that is operation right now, and some of the internal conferencing spaces and training spaces that we have available for all of you. And then we hope certainly to host some of your event there sometime soon. This is the rendering of the upcoming urban food complex that will have all these labs I mentioned earlier, plus the creamery. And then this is a picture rendering of the branded Aggie ice cream. And I see a couple of Aggies there, so Aggie pride. So we'll hope to see you sometime enjoying that ice cream on the farm. And then to conclude, we continue to be impactful on our communities, because not only in the form of the research that we do, but also our focus on sustainability of small farmers. And you have seen some of that happening across. Our research continue to grow and then provide solutions to those issues that's facing small farmers. Our extension has an outstanding return on investment, and that extension, of course, is a joint venture with NC State of 27-1, which is a great bargain for anybody. The second is that oftentimes the sustainability of small farmers depend on those specialty crops and cash crops that we have been working on. And the latest of success of some of our faculty is one of our researchers was able to successfully grow truffles here in North Carolina. And then that made it to the cover page of the Smithsonian Magazine last month. And that's on top of things that were already transferred, whether it's mushroom, shiitake, that some farmers are already using, or whether it is other small produce at our small farms unit in Goldsboro, or value-added product from our Center for Excellence in Post-Harvest Technology in Kannapolis. So we continue to be here to serve you. We were here in the first day in 1891 to serve you, and we'll continue to serve you for the foreseeable future. And then we look forward to expanding our programs. Some of the expansion that we are planning is to increase the number of specialists and researchers in gap areas like smart agriculture, plant pathology, urban agriculture, and so on, just to cover some of the spaces that we don't have specialists in. And then also to continue to have that impact that we are here to make. Again, thank you very much for the opportunity to be with you here. And I look forward to seeing you all, interacting with you as we open up from the pandemic. Thank you.